Yo, what's going on guys? Crapine here, and I want to talk to you guys today about the new patch that was implemented into Rainbow Six Siege a few days ago. Now, in this patch, there were some nerfs, buffs, as well as bugs that were worked out and fixed in this new patch. Now, first up is the Frost nerf. Now, everybody was been looking forward to this and saw it coming because she was just blatantly overpowered. And what they did to balance her out was the damage drop off for Frost Shotgun has now been reduced from 5 meters to 3.5. This makes it roughly more on par with the M1014 shotgun. And I see this as something good because Frost was just blatantly overpowered. Her shotgun would be able to reach incredible lengths, making her a very feared operator. Now, in this patch, Buck saw a buff, and what that was his underbarreled shotgun has been buffed to do more environmental damage, and now what this means is when you shoot his underbarreled shotgun at a destructible wall, it will no longer make a tiny murder hole for you to just merely peek into. Rather, it'll destroy a big portion of the wall so that you could actually vault through it. And now this is great because Buck was being used, I see it, as more of a selfish operator, and he was really only being used to rack up some kills. But now that his underbarreled shotgun can tear gigantic holes in walls big enough for you to vault through, he opens more lines of sight into the objective and to kill enemies through. So he's not only helping himself anymore, he's helping his actual team. Another step in the right direction was the decided nerf of the SMG-11. Now this gun is a secondary, but many people were using it as a primary. It had vertical recoil and it shot so fast, but the vertical recoil wasn't even that much that it made it a pocket sniper rifle, more like a laser beam. So if you aimed at somebody's chest or neck, you would get that instant headshot because the vertical recoil just took you up right to their face where you could pop one bullet into them and get the secured kill. Now, like I said before, it was being used as a primary, and many people actually put the ACOG on it, and that just made it too overpowered as well as the high rate of fire and almost no recoil. Now, they added the more unpredictable recoil and a little bit of horizontal recoil here and there so that people can't get the almost laser beam-like accuracy that they were able to. Now, something that they could have done as well, because I like what they did, how they're trying to keep it as a secondary and improve the recoil on it, but maybe take the ACOG off of it because that's what makes it a long-range gun as well. It's intended to be used as a secondary, but people were slapping that ACOG on it and using it as a primary and just trying to secure kills across the map. But that's anything to become in the future. As well as some minor things that have seen improvements in these patch notes is some spawn killing fixes on the maps Yacht and Bank. On Bank, they added a billboard that you were able to see up the side of the wall in the front of it, and maybe down the side of the street they've added a sign. And on Yacht, they've added a block of ice to prevent them from being able to be seen from the second story at the snowmobile spawn. Hit registration takes a look at some fixes, and what they're trying to do is they said they have long-term plans for it, but they're improving it slowly but surely. And as well, Peeker's advantage is also trying to be reduced, but what I feel is every FPS game is going to have a Peeker's advantage. People who have better pings than others, the lower ping people are going to have an advantage against the higher pings because it's just how the game works. There's always going to be that little bit of Peeker's advantage, so it's never going to fully be gone. But what they're doing is they're taking every step they can to reduce it as much as possible. Some ranked fixes out there for you people who like to play ranked. Ranked lobbies will now only start with 10 players, a full lobby. And notice how I said only, because sometimes there would be a bug or people would leave right as the game is about to start, resulting in a 4v5 situation. Now this would result in a very boring and unfair game. In addition to those ranked fixes, two things are in the works and being considered. One of which is hiding the ranks, and not the number, the skill rank, as well as the win-loss and kill-death ratio in ranked lobbies to prevent quote-unquote dodging. People would click on an opposing player and check their rank, kill-death, and win-loss ratio, and when they saw that all were ridiculously high and that player was a very good player, they would back out and abandon their team. The second thing that's being considered is making it so that abandoning a full lobby will count as abandoning a full game. Now, keep in mind, this is not in the update yet. Both of these two things are being considered, but what they mean by this is if you abandon a lobby before the game starts, you will be penalized and have to suffer the consequences of abandoning a full game before you can search for a new one. Cheating in this game is always a big problem, as well as it is in any first-person shooter that's competitive. Now, in this game, what Ubisoft has done is they've given sort of like a level system from 1 to 6. 1 to 5 being the non-permanent bans, and if you're banned a 6th time, you're permanently banned. Level 1 is 5 minutes, 2 is an hour, 3 is 24 hours, 4 is 48, 5 is a week, and 6 you're permanently banned. Now, what is Ubisoft doing with this? Are they kind of giving the cheaters a warning saying, hey, we know what you're doing, stop before we permanently ban you? If that's what they're doing, don't you think it would be more effective if they can just do maybe a 2-step ban system, whereas if they ban them for a week if they get caught once and reported too many times, and if they do it again, they're permanently banned. This would help a lot, and I know what some of you are thinking. Maybe somebody is just very good at the game, he works on his crosshair placement, gets a lot of headshots, and people report him for suspicious activity, and he gets banned. Will he get banned permanently? That's why I say maybe the 2-step, maybe just 1 week of ban. This way, if this happens and somebody really isn't cheating, but he gets reported a lot for cheating, he's only banned a week and not permanently banned. Now, keep in mind, this scenario is very highly unlikely, but on the rare occasion that it did happen, the 1-week ban would prevent him from being permanently banned just for being a good player. But anyway, let me know down in the comments below on your thoughts about the ranking system. Do you like it? Do you hate it? What do you think? Now, the last thing I want to talk about, which is a major thing in this game, is the sound bug. The sound bug would cause your audio in-game to cut in and out at random moments. Now, this is game-breaking because sound is the most important aspect of this game. If you are the last one alive and it's in a 1v1 situation or any kind of situation where you can possibly win it for your team, if your sound cuts out, you can be easily killed because you have no idea where the enemy is coming from. It's basically all up to your eyes, and that's just not fair to anybody who has their sound versus a player who doesn't. Now, although there still are some areas in the game that could use a bit of improvement and adjustments, Ubisoft has been slowly but surely taking their time with this game and making sure that it is the masterpiece that they intended to be. So, in that case, hats off to you, Ubisoft. Now, there are more details and things that were implemented in this game in the most recent patch that I did not cover, and the reason behind that is because I just wanted to do the most important things that I feel people should know and the things that we should learn about. But I will link the patch notes in the description below, so feel free to click that, skim through, give it a read, and get caught up on the most and latest Rainbow Six Siege info. Anyway, that's it for the video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please click the thumbs up button, and if you didn't, click the thumbs down button, and let me know in the comment section below so I can try to improve my content. Be sure to check out my previous video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, and goodbye.